Andy Dalton distributed the ball, and they ran. Both Pollard and Ezekiel Elliott ran the ball well.
Yeah, I'm going to pick the Cowboys as well, really because of their defense. Some of their pressure package has gotten really good. They've played much more disciplined. They're not giving up like the boneheaded big play where it's a blown coverage or a blown assignment. DeMarcus Lawrence is playing really good football. Them at home, I'll trust that defense. Cowboys win.
All right, I'm taking the Cowboys, too. It's very scary for everybody involved here. The Cowboys are going to win this one 21-20. I think it's going to be a real close one. And my focus is on Ezekiel Elliott. Listen, it's going to be Thanksgiving. Zeke likes to eat, right? So he's going to be out there just eating throughout the entire game. I'm never going to do that again because when Zeke does it, it looks a lot cooler than when I do it. But anyway, we all picked the Cowboys. We're picking the other two games on Thanksgiving. That's coming up later on the show, as well as plenty more. Derrick Henry and the Titans escaped with a big win in overtime over the Ravens. A deep ball. Here's what Arians said about that.
We've got the guys open. We just missed them. And there are times when coverage dictates you go to that guy. Other than the deep ball, I think he's getting confused a few times with coverage. That might be causing some inaccurate balls, but I don't see it at all in practice. We're not missing the deep ball in practice, that's for sure. So it's just a matter on Sundays hitting them.
He's still going. Listen, let me just point out that Bruce Arians is talking about Tom Brady. He's not talking about some rookie QB who's like confused. It sounds like he'd be talking about some guy who just got in the league. Dan, when you hear that from the head coach, do you think that affects Arians and Brady's relationship at all?
I can't help it. I would say this. I don't think it affects Tom Brady. I mean, he's got a steel trap in his mind. He's the greatest ever when it comes to turning out the noise. But I'll say this, as a head coach, when you point a finger at someone else, you have 4 coming back. Right? So, like, here's the thing. If you think your quarterback's getting confused with coverage, I don't think he is. What are you doing to help him with coverage? Right? Like, what are you doing to help him with coverage? That would be my question.
Mina and I are just trying to figure out where the 4 fingers coming back. I got it.
How is Dan pointing his fingers that 4 are coming back?
Well,
I only got 3.
I have an adult-sized thumb, so
I'm
my
so
thumb
confused.
points back
All right,
at me.
we're going to move on from that. Nina, is there any truth to what Arians?
It's a hitchhiker's thumb.
Is there any truth to what Arians is saying, Nina?
Yeah, okay, so look, Dan, I'm with you about the play calling. We've been railing on this with the Bucs ever since we watched that Giants game. There's a million things that frustrate us about it, the lack of motion. One thing that drives me crazy is the lack of play action. They rank 4th least, they use it the 4th least in the NFL, despite the fact that Brady has the 4th best QBR. When he does use play action, they barely used it last night. But let's be clear, Tom Brady deserves blame for what we saw. Not all the blame, but he deserves his share of it for what we saw last night. I mean, look at those deep balls where the Rams are rolling coverage. Arians is right, he was confused. Bucs fans had to be at home watching this, like rubbing their eyes and being like, is that Jameis? Is that Did we get Jameis back? Because I thought we weren't going to get this anymore. I didn't sign up for this. And look, I mean, Brady's not perfect, and the play calling is not his fault, but he's Tom Brady. He's supposed to elevate the offense, and he just didn't do that last night.
Let me touch on the offense for a little bit, like the play calling and what it looks like. First of all, it's archaic. The offense is absolutely archaic. A couple weeks ago, said this was going to be the fatal flaw, the offensive coaching. 67 snaps on offense. Mina, you and I have talked all season about pre-snap motion. 6 plays had pre-snap motion. I'm not talking like a step or 2 by the tight end or receiver. I'm talking real motion, impactful motion. 6 snaps. That is coaching malpractice. Let's talk about the number one job as a coach is to figure out your offense or your players or your individuals, what they don't do well, and minimize it. The Bucs are not a deep passing throw or deep throwing football team this year. Why are you throwing the football down the field so much? Let's look at the defense, the Rams. What are they really, really good at? Pass coverage. So why would you throw the football so much last night? Like, that's my problem. Is you have to have the ability to minimize your weakness, maximize your strength, and attack the defense where they're weak. And it doesn't happen in Tampa Bay.
It's literally the opposite of what we were talking about when we talked about the Rams.
Exactly.
John McVay went into that game, said, what do the Bucs do good? They stop the run. We're going to throw it. The Bucs didn't do that.
You know, Dan, just really fast, there were a few times, I mean, because you don't hear much crowd noise, you could really hear Tom Brady changing the play even in the huddle before the play. So why is he, and a couple of those times he was changing it to a run play, but why is he maybe sticking with this game plan if he's got some of that ability to change it himself?
Yeah, I mean, I think Tom knew what the offense was going to be when he chose Tampa Bay. I think that, he's looking at this offense going, you told me it was going to be collaborative. We talk about the coverage. Tom Brady is notorious for putting people in situations, finding out the coverage, motioning, and gaining leverage, and it's not happening enough. And I don't know if they're not giving him the keys at the line of scrimmage, but at some point he's going to have to take them and just go, no. This needs to change. This needs